think I was either 16 or 17 in that photo. I didn't particularly like having my photo taken. Actually, still don't really like having my photo taken very much. I'd been asked to go up for a movie or something like that, and they asked for headshots, and I didn't have any headshots. And so my stepdad took that by our garden shed, and that's what I used as a headshot for several years. Such a weird period of time, I think, being late teenager. I feel kind of a bit sorry for myself then. It's much better now. Know that you'll get less scared just by being in the world longer, I think I'd probably say. Oh yeah. I would have dressed like that every day of my life at that age. I think that was when I went to Disneyland for the first time. It was when I went to America for the very first time. And you could take a picture in a kind of old-timey way, and I clearly did. I'd say don't worry, you will eventually just about grow into your teeth. Mainly we're completely shaken by how big the sandwiches were in America. That was the thing that we came home, you know, with all the photos of, look, we ordered a sandwich and this thing arrived, and everyone in England went, oh, you know, it was shocking. Oh. There was a show in England in the 70s and 80s called This Is Your Life. They would take a famous person and then, without them knowing, would contact all these people from their past. My dad was a very well-known actor in England, and they did it to him, and he had said to my mother, please don't let them do this to me. And she did, and she was really nervous about it, and I was the surprise guest at the end, and you could see that my mum had trimmed my hair, which is why it's all super uneven in the front. He died not very long after that photo, so it's like I love to see what a great relationship that we had and how pleased we were to see each other, and you know, I would have liked to have had a lot more of that. I think I was doing a photo shoot, and I obviously took my little baby with me because I took her everywhere, and then they said she could pop in at the end in her little hat. So. I don't remember being an adult at all without having a baby, so because I had her fairly early into it. I would say really enjoy that stage when they let you squeeze them all the time, because they don't love squeezing past the age of 50. Oh yes, I was in South Africa. I'm really into animals, so I'm very easily distracted if there's a sheep or a leopard or a cow or a cat, and there were some sheep there, and I was clearly trying to have some kind of a conversation. I'm not sure how successful I was. I was shooting a TV series called The Widow, which will be out next year, and there are no sheep in it. I'd never been to South Africa before, so the whole country, it was an extraordinary experience. I did get to meet some amazing animals. The baby cheetahs were so unbearably cute. We went and saw them twice, actually. I mean, I'm very much a cat person. I've got 2 cats, so it was amazing because they really are like great big cats. I very closely wanted to just put one in my pocket. I was approached to partner up with Russell Hobbs, which I actually loved, because when I was growing up in my house in the UK, my mum had all Russell Hobbs appliances. One of the things about being an English person coming to America is most homes didn't have an electric kettle in America, and that's where everything takes place in England, in the kitchen with somebody making a cup of tea with an electric kettle. And so it was so nice to be asked to kind of be part of bringing that, which is one of the things I've complained about bitterly, bringing that to America. I like baking. I don't do very much of it. I made my mum's wedding cake. She's like, great, you're bringing tea and toast to America. That's exactly what I want for you.